Howdy folks, how are you all doing? My name is Reese and welcome back to the Twilight Forest, where in the next episode, so not the one you're currently watching, but in the next episode, we're going in there, alright? We're finally going to go, oh good, we're back to this again. We're not even going to worry about it. We're going into the depths of this dark and creepy forest. We already know that somewhere in this general area is a place we have to go to, do a thing, defeat a mini-boss. I need a trophy for some odd reason. I have a weird distant memory of this. I've done Twilight Forest before. What on earth is that? That is not, oh it is. No, yeah, it's a hedge maze. Never, it's not a hedge maze. A hedge maze is this. It's awful, but that is another Naga. If we need to go fight another Naga and get more Naga scale. Anyway, I've gotten way off here on a tangent. I have a distant memory from a time long ago when I did the Twilight Forest. I don't remember in which mod pack that was. It really is stressing and straining my brain here trying to remember. I cannot recall which mod pack that was, and it's driving me kind of bonkers. But as I remember it, I fought somewhere a large Hydra. I don't know where. I can't remember. I think it was under a mountain or something. A mountain, not a mountain. I want to get that properly spoken there. This I remember, though. I think it's like an underground sort of thing, and then I remember nothing about this, other than I wish we had some kind of, like, climbing gloves, or like a grappling hook, or the ability to type properly. You see what I mean? That was supposed to be a backspace. Grappling has a P in it. Okay, well, there's something. Grapple from Galacticraft Planet. Okay, I don't know what that is. That's a grapefruit sapling. We're gonna check that. We're gonna have a look at that. I wouldn't mind like the hook shot though, like in The Legend of Zelda or Hexit 2. Maybe we need to go talk to our friend who's really good about adding mods for us, our dear friend. But the reason we're gonna do that in the next episode, not in today's episode, is because we have a bit of a problem back at base we need to look at. Let's have a look inside of this chest real quick. Things are going well. We've got a lot of dirt. Not a lot you can do with dirt, you know. If you have a look at your uses for dirt, you can turn it into coarse dirt if you're so inclined. For what purpose? Green slimy mud. Or blue slimy mud. Or a dirt chest 9000. We know that's pretty useless. I don't know why you'd want to do this. I don't know for what reason you would do these things. I can't pretend. You got a graveyard soil? It heals the undead. Why would you want that unless you are yourself an undead? I don't know. You tell me. Again, I am unsure. There's just not a whole lot of very useful, well, uses for hummus. Humus? I don't know. Comment down below if you have any useful ideas for dirt and what we might do with dirt. What's bog earth? Let me know. If you have an idea for all of this dirt, besides a wooden trowel, why is there a dirt involved in that? I don't care. I don't actually care at all. A diamond one! What? With dirt? I don't get it. But, I mean, I can convert it all to, you know, liquid dirt, or just EMC, or sand and cobblestone, apparently. Sand and then cobblestone. I don't think you get both in one go. I think it turns into burn and then burn. That's using the... We can do that. Sand would be more useful. Maybe we can... You know what? It doesn't matter. What matters right now is that this is going. Things are going well. It's digging into the actual hill now. Although there are still some more trees to fell, but it's going to get down there. And we're doing all right on fuel right now because I've cut down a lot of trees. I have done a lot of talking that has not involved explaining why we're here. Okay, like 4 minutes has passed since the start of this video, and I have not adequately explained the purpose of today's episode, what we're going to be focusing on, and listen, it's actually quite a big problem that we're having. It's an issue that I have to basically address every few minutes manually at the moment, and I grow weary of it. I grow tired of having to do this, and I no longer have to do this. There is a method of recourse. Okay, there is a solution to the issue. You see, if we come over here right now where all of these chickens are, right? Look at all those chickens. We get inside of here. If you walk around, you'll notice you just pick up full stacks of eggs. And it might look like you picked up one, but if you look inside of our inventory, there's another 13. Okay, and then feathers are also pretty common down here. And you're probably thinking, well, what do you do about that, Reese? Well, there you've got some different options. You should have died in one shot. What is wrong with you? That's what we do now. There's so many of them. If one gets out, we don't even care. We just kill it, okay? We have a solution in mind that involves building a new hopper, a new style of hopper that we've recently acquired via open blocks called the Vaccuum hopper. And this is going to be immensely useful in sucking up items and depositing them into a chest. And it sucks up items from the environment, and there are other options for that. I'm pretty sure there's like a pipe that does that. It's the opposite of the void pipe, though. It might be the obsidian. Yeah, sucks up items. And how big of a range, though? And I don't know. I know how this works, and I think if we just put one of these in the middle, I'm pretty sure everything in like a 3 blocks to either side, so would that be 7 by 7? I might be way off base on that. It might not be that efficient. But I think that it is. And I think if we put that in the middle of the thing down there, with a chest on top, it ought to be able to suck up, look at those eggs and feathers since the last time we were down there. And the reason this is an issue is that feathers are still well under control. Look at all these eggs! And there's more in here. There's eggs, and there's eggs in my inventory right now. It's getting out of control. It's absolutely an apocalypse up in here. So we've got to figure this thing out. The issue is, it's going to be the blaze rod, or the blaze powder even. An ender pearl we can get. We can get that using iron and the philosopher's stone. But how do you get a blaze rod in order to get the blaze powder? I mean, obviously there's some different options here. Collector fuel upgrades. What? A block of redstone will become blaze powder. And a collector? Is that real? If I put a block of redstone in a collector, will it turn it into blaze powder after 192 EMC is added? Why have I never heard of this? Why did I not know that that was a thing? I didn't know that that was a thing that energy collectors could do. I didn't know energy collectors would do item conversion. Has that always been a thing? How long has that been a thing, and why didn't I know? UU matter is out of the question. That's out of the question. That's out of the question. Possibly, but probably out of the question. Which means that, as far as I can tell, I mean, a collector's gonna be our best bet here. Now, the issue with that is that we do need a block of diamonds. But, I mean, how far off are we from that? We already had a few. They're all gone. All of them are gone. What did I do with them? Where are they? Diamonds. Did we use all of the diamonds? Well, I don't know why that's in there. Yeah, I do. I stuck it in there. I guess I'm gonna have to go find diamonds now, is what we're gonna have to go do. I've got to find 9 diamonds so that I can create a block of diamond. This, again, we can do ourselves. We'll be fine. Unless I can use gold to make a diamond, and I'm pretty sure that I can. Let's select A there. And then if we have a look at diamonds... Okay, that's an industrial diamond. Don't listen! Listen! Block of diamonds. Regular diamond. Right there. Philosopher's stone, 4 gold. What is that, 36? Is that 36 gold? It might be faster. It probably would be faster to just go and find more diamonds now that we have the divining rod. So I guess that's what I'll do. And there's some other things I'd like to do. Should we just use the mines here? There's no real reason to go back to the crevice when we have mines right here, and we can just dig our way down. Actually, you know what we can do is we can make sure this thing is cranked up. Is that G? Get us all the way up to 64 by 3 by 3, and we can just start looking for diamonds, and then we can just dig down when we find them. There's bound to be some around here somewhere. There's some other things I'd like to do before we continue in the next episode, but I'd like to have the better axe. I'd like to have the better pickaxe. I'd like to get to those things, but I understand for some, the desire to see progress is strong. I've actually not had anyone complain or make any sort of demands, which would be quite comical, to make demands of this, free Minecraft content. But I understand what it's like to want to see progress. And so even though there's not been a great amount of demand, I still feel like, it's about time we pay that off. What I'm going to do right now is we're gonna just dig under our house, straight down, and we're gonna put down some ladders as we go. Oh! I don't know why I just instinctively did that. I remember it not working, but it apparently does now. Can we go straight to ladder? That would be great if we could, and sadly we cannot. What about... Oh! Okay, I mean, that's not useful. This, though, extremely useful. And look, you can just shift-click, and it'll automatically... Oh. I was gonna say it'll automatically place them on top of those. And it kind of did for a minute. Now, you're probably thinking... Watch this. Boom, shift-click. Oh, it doesn't, like, balance them, though. That's upsetting, isn't it? You're probably thinking this is way too many ladders. And you'd be right. It's far more ladders than is needed. But at this point, you know, better to be safe than sorry. Now, I don't want to have a 2-hole wide hole in the floor. What a weird way of phrasing that! There we go. So we're gonna do this. We don't want to... You know, we might as well make it 3 wide. We're just gonna have that 1 hole up top there, though. Wouldn't this be the better tool? Yeah, I wonder why it wasn't working so well a second ago. We don't want to be standing in the block we're digging. I feel like I've been trying to explain something for a minute here, and I've just not made a lot of headway. I don't even know why I'm still talking. I could just cut to the moment we find diamonds, but I want to see what the Twilight Forest has for us next, and even though there's other things that I know we need to do, I am willing to kind of put that off for a minute to get some sense of progress in the pack. Now, I see that we have unlocked some sort of underground cavern that exists below our house, and I do hear skeletons crawling around, which is always a little bit unnerving. I would like to bypass those skeletons. Something tells me the game is not going to permit that. So what we're going to do is get the cobblestone ready. Okay, here we go. We are actually going to block all this off. We're going to have this little gap here where we and we alone can get out and have a look at literally all of the things down there that want us dead. And they can kind of shoot at me, but they can't really... Well, I guess they can kind of get me. You know what? Now they're fighting each other. Do we want to deal with this? It's right below our house, but they can't reach me. Literally, none of them can reach me. We're under no obligation to do anything in this situation. We can just continue on down if we so chose. Which we do. Just kind of hovering here, making sure we don't drop. And then now that we're kind of beneath all that, I think we can go wide again. Yeah. And just continue digging. And just like that, we are at bedrock. I'm telling you, I am convinced that this world... or this realm, this dimension, the Twilight Forest, is closer to bedrock than the overworld, and I might be wrong on that. I'd have to look it up, and I simply choose not to. But it definitely feels that way, because it feels like you don't have to dig very far to be at bedrock. Although, you know what the easiest thing in the world would be to do? Is just literally check, you know, the map. We have a mini-map, but F3 will do just as well. And we are currently at... Where are our coordinates? Oh, yeah. 38. So we're at 64 anytime you spawn in. As memory serves from the elder days of Minecraft, that might not be the case anymore. But back in my day, you spawned in on a beach right at 64. So this is quite different. Okay. What direction to diamonds? Not that way. No. Oh, yes. Yes, that direction. Wonderful. Problem is, we did set it to 64 blocks. So that diamond could be 5 blocks away, or it could be 64 blocks away. And, my gosh, we're just gonna have to dig till we find it. I guess I should probably lower it the next time we do a scan. We want to go for the closest ones first. Yeah, there's the diamonds. 2 diamonds. 3 diamonds. Out of, 4, 5. We're gonna have to, like, dig around back behind. 5 diamonds, from the looks of things. Not too shabby. We can actually check if there are any more in this immediate area. We'll lower this to 16 by 16 mode. None in that immediate direction, nor that, nor that, nor that. So now we know. That's 5, though, so we only need 4 more. Trying to keep the floor level in here as well. I normally don't bother, but I gotta tell you, that makes going back through your mind irritating. When you have to bob up and down. We could also use this gold to create more if we wanted to. Remember, each one of these gold we are mining is a potential 2 ores, and so for every 2 gold that we mine, we effectively have a diamond. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep looking for diamonds. Crank this bad boy back up and see what direction... Oh, right here. Let's go. This way, right? Yeah, let's go. Okay, well that's water. I'm glad it's not lava, and that if it was lava, lava didn't flow that quickly, because we'd be in a real pickle then. Oh, jeez, we're going to have to, like, fill this place up. And then re-hollow it out. Yeah, if that was lava and lava flowed as fast as water, we'd be dead, because I was a couple of blocks in before I realized what was happening. Nope, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There's the diamonds we need, and some extras. And no more in the immediate vicinity, although I bet if I did this, yeah, I'd find more. But 10 is enough, not to mention our inventory is now full, and I hadn't even realized it. So let's head back up. We will go ahead and deposit the aluminum, the tin, the gold, the iron, and I guess that's it. Leave this in here. I also got some resonating redstone crystal from Extra Utilities 2, which appears to be new because we only just now got that. And that's interesting, though. I don't know what you do with it. What are our uses? That's for the recipe. Solar panel, lunar panel, lava mill, operate when adjacent to lava. Power given 4.0 GP, water mill. This is some interesting stuff. I'm liking what we're seeing here. This might be our, let's see, flight of a majestic beast uses 1 GP. I was going to say that might be our fastest route to flight, but I think they've got a better flying ring than that if I remember properly, although I might be also just wrong and misremembering things. Oh, you can crush it back down into redstone, but I thought it took 4 redstone to make and an ender shard. You know what? It doesn't really matter. It's not relevant to what we're doing today. Also, the vines are growing in quite nicely. Completely had forgotten about those. And we're running out of storage space for some of our more random objects, which is unfortunate. Do sticks go in there or not? I keep putting the sticks in there, but I don't think the sticks go in there. Ladders do. Darn it, the whole thing, we're running out of space around here. Righto, glowstone. Gotta get it out of here before you can do anything with it, but then we can turn that into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 glowstone. We then need to create our diamond block. From there, we need to acquire a singular piece of glass, and when I start talking like this, it's a pretty safe bet that what I am doing is trying to drag out my sentence so that I can fill dead air. Energy Collector MK1. We're going to need to slap this down somewhere where it's got a direct view of the sky, which is literally none of the places up here, except for maybe this chest here. Yeah, this chest here has a direct view of the sky. We'll place this next to it, and it says that it's happy with that, and it is already starting to charge up. So remember, in order to get the blaze rod, we need to... What was I trying to do? Or was it blaze powder? Start with a block of red... Oh. Oh! Is everything good? I don't know if it didn't cut out for you. I was watching on the capture PC, but for me, the whole monitor cut off. And it went dark for a second, and I don't know why. Was a new mod added? Is that how it happens when the ghost... Sorry, when the unknown entity adds a mod, if I'm not here to see it happen, or if I am here to see it happen, does the screen just go black? There is currently a storm going through, so it's possible the power kind of flickered, but maybe my monitor's not on the UPS like the computer and capture PC. I need to check that. There's kind of a tangle of this is still scary, the head in the background, but if I place that there, oh yeah, look at that, blaze powder. And then that happened. I don't know what that means. Is that this thing filling up when this gets all the way, like when this is full? Does that mean it's full of solar energy? Also, we can get rid of that now. But what were we even building that for? I don't remember now. Oh! Right! Yes, of course! The whole reason we started today's episode. Do we have... We don't have an ender pearl, do we? I'm joking. No, we already talked about that earlier. We know how to deal with that situation. We get our Philosopher's Stone. We get not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 pieces of iron, or iron ingots. I don't know if you'd call them pieces of iron. That'll give us our Ender Pearl. And then from there, we just need a regular old bog standard hopper. Although I did just pick up on the fact that, first off, we don't need that much iron, but whatever. I did just pick up on the fact that we have forgotten what we were supposed to do with these. We're supposed to combine them. My mistake. There you go. And then that is a chest that you can surround with about half of the iron that we pulled out of there for no reason. And then from there we need obsidian, which fortunately... Was it in there? Wait a minute. Yeah, I couldn't remember where I put it. We did create a diamond pickaxe and use it to get excess obsidian previously. There you go. Vacuum hopper. It has an EMC rating, which is very cool. Now we just need a chest to store all of the eggs and things in. Now, it would be nice to have something that's going to hold an absurd amount of, you know, like a black hole storage unit or something like that. But I think what we might end up doing is just building a regular old alchemical chest, because it's relatively affordable. Oh, there's an ender pearl in here. Well, that should be over here with dead things, because it comes from... Well, I mean, that was just there this whole time! I feel like a boob and a half, let me tell you. Bog standard stone. Do I have everything I need? I might have everything I need. Let's have a look. I do. There we go. So the way that this works, and the quickest way to get down there is just like that. But we should be able to place down the hopper if it's all clear. Here. It's there. We just can't see it because I saw it. I saw its presence. Well, maybe it's not there then. Where has it gone? What happened? What is going on? Where's my hopper? What happened to the hold on, let's relog. Let me tell you. There we go. Alright, I've got the hopper here still. If we place that down in the middle here... Get out of the way! Move! There it is. That's what it's supposed to look like. And then we place this down on top of it. And then we right-click on this. As you can see, it has picked up some egg. But we need to have it, like, open into the chest? How do I do that? If I right-click on it... I thought there should be a way to, like, configure it to output to a certain side. Apparently there's a tab. Oh! Oh, the tabs! You do it with these you can understand how I'm confused, because I can barely see the tabs behind the items. Clearing that away is not really going to help. Can you see the interface back here? Can you... So JEI, sorry, it had enough items. Except it still says JEI, which is confusing. But apparently Control O will hide the whole thing. So if I hit Control and O, folks, if you ever needed that, there's your tip. All right, if you ever needed it to look vanilla, it can now look vanilla. But we can click over here, and up at the top, we can hit that button. So that's just left-clicking. Left-click to set it, left-click to forget it, but left-click to set it. And then you know, you're going the right way for a smack bottom, let me tell you that right now. We need to build them their own pin, I suppose. It does work in a 7x7 area. I figured that out over here on the wiki. And if we just start tossing all of our eggs out and our feathers, they will automatically get sucked into here, which is fantastic. And then if we wanted to, you know what we could do? We could hit Control and O, and we could build an elevator. Now that we have that as well, it's pretty basic, it's pretty simple. We just need some more ender pearls and some wool. And then instead of needing gates that we have to, like, bat chickens away from, we could just have a roof on this thing that we voomp through. So we could have up top, or we could just move the chickens up top, which I might end up doing. I might end up extending the platform and then having, like, a chicken space. But I mean, I'm just saying there's an alternative to get in and out of there, which is to use an elevator and just go foom, thump, foom, thump. But I really don't need to go in there anymore right now, because as they continue to produce product for me, it'll just automatically be collected. All the way up and until it is completely full. So what I'm going to do right now is all these eggs that I don't need, I'm just going to throw them over the edge. And you can watch, watch down here, as they just get sucked into that chest, which is now where we're going to be storing eggs. And we just have to keep an eye out for things not going in there anymore. That's when we'll know we have too many eggs and we need to come up with a different storage solution, but for now, that'll work just fine. Look at them go. Isn't it beautiful? Eggs and feathers, baby. We're going to keep some of the feathers up here. We need these feathers to create more bolts, which is why I'm happy that we've managed to do this the way that we have, because now we can hoard all of these feathers and build all of these bolts, which is very exciting. I guess I will hold on to all of these ladders for now, because I don't know what else to do with them. They might be useful in the next leg of the adventure. Maybe, possibly, probably not. But with that, as far as I'm concerned, we're ready to go, or rather, we are as ready as we're going to be. Again, I'd like to take a minute to build better weapons, better tools in particular, but that's going to take more time than we have. So, before we started this episode, I got some more charcoal cooking. I'm going to go deposit that into the quarry, so that we can keep that thing running while we're away. Onward, horse. Wonder how much at the beginning of this episode I'll be able to trim out, considering it was literally just us doing what we were doing a couple of episodes ago, which is looking for diamonds. Some of it'll have to stay in to explain why there's an extensive mining operation underneath our house now. I can't just say I need diamonds and then cut to having diamonds, and not explain in painstaking detail how that happened. See how these are turning green every so often? That would imply to me that the energy they're producing isn't being utilized. I wonder if that's just when it goes to the trees, though. I'm still not convinced we need all of these operating. And if you look at the way that it runs, I just feel like we could probably... And you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're heading out to go on a grand adventure, and I don't know when we'll come back, and I don't want this thing to stop running while we're away. So what we will do is, we will actually go ahead and we will shut down half of the operation. We'll keep this side running, and then that way, it's running at sort of half power consumption, and possibly half speed, but at least we will know that it will not stop operating, because there should be enough coal, or charcoal even, to keep at least this half burning while we're gone. That's going to be the challenge, though. We got to get back before it stops. When you join me next time, we'll be heading deep into the... It's bothering me now, hold on. There we go. We're going to be heading deep into the dark and creepy forest. Until then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.